Hey, it's Jessica, and I'm here with my pigs, and I am making a video on the things needed for a guinea pig. So this is for people who are new to guinea pigs, who are thinking of getting the first pair of guinea pigs. They're going crazy because they saw me playing with their treats, which I got bun space treats from Cavy. The Bunny Bite sample pack. There you go. So these two are celery ones, these two are pumpkin. So we'll see who gets what. And that's if they're focusing. Last time I gave them some and they all went crazy, and one of them didn't end up with one, and it took Daisy a while to figure out that I was giving her a treat. There you go. I think you got a pumpkin one. I don't even know. And they all hide in the same corner at the end of the cage. So the first thing to think about is when you're thinking about adopting a guinea pig is, first of all, you will probably want two, not one. It's not recommended to only have one guinea pig. You should always have two because they're social. And Lily is a silly one. There's your treat. You dropped it. They're highly social, and it doesn't matter how much you say, oh, I'm going to spend time with it, I'm going to take it out of its cage all the time, blah, blah, blah. I guess they're just going to switch treats here because it's not working. It doesn't really matter, because it doesn't really matter how much time you take your guinea pig out of the cage. You are not a guinea pig. I'm sorry for those of you who think you are. You're not. You're a person, and a guinea pig likes the company of another guinea pig, so you should always have at least two. Whether it's two females, two males, that's your choice. You could always go with a female-male pair if you found like a neutered boy. I don't suggest buying a male and female and then saying, oh, I'll get it neutered, just because there could be complications with that, and also the expense of getting it neutered. So it's more of a thing if you can find a shelter where they already have a neutered male, then go for it. And the next big thing that you need to think about is, do you have room for a cage that's big? Because you need to make sure that, you provide an adequate cage for your guinea pigs. The smallest would be like this 2x3 right here. See, there's 3 grids, 1 grid, 2 grid, 3 by 2. That 2x3 is the smallest you'd want, period, for 1 to 2 guinea pigs. Smallest, and even that, usually it's suggested to have another grid, a 2x4 for 2 guinea pigs. But if you're that tight on space, a 2x3 would probably work. So you're going to want to think about the cage. And you're probably going to want to get the cage beforehand too. Like, you can always get things ready. It'd be easier, especially with a big cage. It's not like a hamster where you can almost get a hamster on the fly. I don't suggest it, and you can house it temporarily in like a bin or something like that. You can't really house a guinea pig in a bin temporarily. It's not good for the guinea pig. They need to be out in the open. They can't be held in tanks and stuff because of lack of airflow. And then your second item is you're going to want to think about bedding. So you're going to need to use either aspen wood shavings, paper-based like Carefresh, or anything else that's like Carefresh. You're going to want something like that. If you do decide to go big with like your cage, you might want to go with fleece, because big cages are very expensive to fill with loose bedding. You need a huge bag of it, or multiple bags. I did shavings when I first got my 2 guinea pigs, and it was the 2x5, so this end piece, and it took almost a full giant bag, I can't remember the size of the bag, to do. And I'd change it, I don't think I changed it weekly, because I used to put a lot in. Like, I used to almost fill the base, which a lot of people don't do that, so you can always go that route too. But if you're spot cleaning and everything, you could usually go every 2 weeks with a full clean. But either way, that's a lot of shavings, and it's expensive. Or even Carefresh, for that matter, that's expensive. And if you want to go fleece, you're going to want to make sure you invest in your fleece and stuff first, because you need to do that. You need a wicket and all that rest. And I won't go into that, because this is just a quick video that's supposed to be about the things you need for a guinea pig. You know, if you want to learn more about fleece, you can check out other videos. I have videos on it, whatnot. And then on your shopping list, you'll also need obviously water bottles, food dishes. So, you know, just make sure you have water bottles. You can get glass ones. These are just plastic ones. Some people do use dishes, but bottles are the way to go because guinea pigs are messy and they'll get poop in their water dish, and hay will be in their water dish. Pee might be in their water dish. Trust me, it happens. I don't know how. And then you'll just need something for pellets and most likely vegetables. So I use these for pellets. A lot of people have these bowls. They're not that expensive. You could even go to like the dollar store and get like a couple of like ceramic bowls or whatnot, or plates even. Some type of dish. And then you'll definitely need food. You want to make sure you have just plain pellets, no seeds, just plain old pellets. Like these. Plain pellets. And if your guinea pigs are adults, you want to make sure that there's no alfalfa in them. They have to be Timothy based. So you can get good pellets would be like the Living World Green is what I feed, but that's more of like a Canadian thing. For the States, Oxbow, Sweet Meadow Farms, KMS, which is really good. If it's really hard for you to find pellets, just make sure they're plain and they don't contain alfalfa. And then, but if you do have pigs that are like 6 months and under, you can get the ones with alfalfa in it. And then when they hit the 6-month mark, take them off of it. The alfalfa is good for babies because of the extra calcium. And then, is she hiccuping? Are you coughing? Abby? The reason why I was making so much noise is there's a spot under the cage where the room floor is not level. So sometimes when they run, you can hear like a banging of the tables because the tables aren't level anymore. They were, and then from moving stuff underneath the tables, they're not level now. So yeah, one of the most important things is hay. And this is what you need to think of. And you have to, it's also very important, take it seriously. Guinea pigs need hay 24 hours a day. Unlimited amounts. You can't just give them a handful and be like, that's all they get for today. No, they need an unlimited amount of hay. And they go through a lot of it. And if you have, the more guinea pigs you have, the more they're going to need. I have 4 pigs. I have 2 bags. I haven't filled the bags up today, but they were full last night. So this is how much they've gone through within, like, not even 24 hours yet. They legitimately go through, like, almost 9 pounds a month. And that's of mine. And that's just 4 pigs. So I'll show you my hay, because I just got a 25-pound box of Oxbow orchard grass. I feed orchard grass. It doesn't have to be Timothy if you have allergies or whatnot, as long as it's long strand hay. So this is a 25-pound box. The reason why I didn't get a 50-pound box is for space. The 50-pound box is even taller, and that wouldn't fit underneath my tables. It's best to buy in bulk because you usually get better quality hay. As you can see, it's really green. It's really smelly too. I don't particularly like it. The box smell is very concentrated. But I think the guinea pigs really like it. I think they've liked that I've switched to Oxbow because it looks like a better quality hay. But yes, hay can get expensive. That 25-pound box is, I think it ranges from like $47 to $50 something. I paid $50 something for it. It would have been more economical to get the 50-pound box, but I really have nowhere to store it. And you have to make sure it doesn't get moldy, so I can't store it in my basement or my garage because they're not like climate controlled. My basement's very damp, so that wouldn't have been good. And our garage isn't like finished, so it would get humid because it's getting to summer. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know. We just got snow yesterday, but yeah. So you have to take hay seriously. And I'd buy it in bulk. The best thing you could do if you live near a farm is ask the farmer if they, like, where they get the hay, or if they sell hay, like, bales. Especially if you have somewhere to store it. If you have a good basement, if you have a good garage, and you can get a bale, and trust me, you can get a bale. Some places will sell bales for like 10, 12 bucks, and that will last you a year, if not longer. And if you know how to store it properly, it will be good for that whole year. Or you can always, you know, buy the Oxbow, buy the box. You know, it is more expensive, but in the long run, it's better than buying those tiny bags that you get at pet stores, like PetSmart and Pet Value, Petco, and all that. It's way better than buying those small bags. Their small bags are so expensive. Like a 1 pound bag from me at Pet Value is $6.99. Like, that's ridiculous. So you need to take the hay seriously, because they can get digestive issues, which can cause even death, even if it is that serious, if they don't have hay. As you can see, Lily's eating hay. And after this video, I'm going to fill up their hay bags. Daisy loves Cuddle Cups. And then the next thing would be vegetables. They do need vegetables. This is not that expensive. A lot of people might be, daunted that, oh, I need vegetables all the time. Yes, but if you've ever gone to, like, your grocery store and go into the produce section, vegetables are cheap. You can get a head of lettuce for like $1, $2. And that, depending on how many pigs you have, should last you a couple of days. Maybe even a week. So they're going to need lettuce. They're definitely going to need, like, green pepper, and even those aren't that expensive. And then the rest is basically, like, you don't have to feed, but they're good to feed. You want to give carrots occasionally, cucumber. I feed green peas. There's lists. You can look up lists what's safe for a guinea pig. Fruits occasionally as in like once a week. You don't want to give anything too sweet, too much. So that's actually the least expensive. I think it would be more, I think hay in the long run would be more expensive than vegetables. Then the next item is just like your accessories, like chews and toys. If they have hay all the time, they don't necessarily need chews, because the hay will wear down their teeth. But, sometimes guinea pigs like to chew on, like, willow or something, like, that's kind of like a treat. So you can give them some chews that they like, some wood chews. Make sure you don't get any, like, mineral blocks and stuff like that, it's usually for hamsters and stuff. They don't need it. It just gives them extra calcium, which they don't need. And toys, if your guinea pigs do like jingly toys or the barrel rollers like that, if you notice that your guinea pigs do actually play with that type of stuff, go for it and you can buy some. Cat toys are usually pretty cheap. You can get some. And then, oh, look at Trixie. Look at Trixie taking a nap. You tuckered out. They haven't even had their pellets yet. And then their last item, which I called extra, but it is still, like, important to have, but maybe not at first when you first get your guinea pigs, you could wait like a week or two, is like grooming. Make sure you have grooming items. Like, you need nail clippers, they will need their nails to be cut. Scissors if you have long-haired guinea pigs like Daisy and Abby. This is Lily. So Daisy and Lily are long-haired, and you'll need scissors to cut their hair, at least around their butt, so they don't, like, pee on it all the time. It gets gross. The rest of them you could probably keep long if you really wanted to, but I like to usually cut them short. Lily still needs her haircut. And brush. I don't usually, like, I have a brush, but I don't usually use it. And then shampoo. It's not that important. You shouldn't really have to bathe your guinea pig, but it's good to do so every few months. But you have to make sure the shampoo is pet safe. Don't get a baby shampoo. Baby shampoo is still not pet safe. You need one that's for small animals. What do you want? So yeah, that is my list of things needed for a guinea pig. Obviously another thing you can get, it's not really mandatory, is like store-bought treats. Like I got these, apple dumplings, and I have other stuff. So you don't have to have that. They're quite happy with their hay and their pellets and their vegetables. But, it's occasionally it's good to give them some. So yeah, that's my list of things that I think you need for a guinea pig, or at least what you need to think about before you can, like, especially with younger people, and they go ahead and ask their parents. Make sure you've thought of this first, because it's going to be the first thing your parents bring up. And I should know because I'm old enough to have kids, I just don't. But, so take it from someone who's of that age. The first thing a parent's going to think of is when you ask them for a guinea pig is, oh, how much is this going to cost me? Because obviously, especially on your age, you're not going to be buying everything yourself. I know some kids say that they buy everything themselves, but I'm sure their parents buy stuff for their kids' pets. So if you are responsible and you think about everything, even write your own list of stuff you need, that will look good if you're trying to convince your parents. 'Cause I know that's a lot of questions that I see on forums and even videos. How do I convince my parents, you know, to let me have another pet? Whether it's a guinea pig or a hamster, or a cat or a dog. So yeah, so that is my video. If you have any questions about anything that I've said in this video or otherwise, go ahead and ask. And thanks for watching. And where's Daisy? There she is. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye.